Space, mysterious, vast and full of energy. But did you know the sun is constantly sending out streams of invisible particles towards Earth? Today we're going to talk about solar wind, magnetosphere and Earth's protection in Form 3 Chapter 9 Space Weather 9.1. Before we begin, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Amirul Hazib bin Ahmad Rizwan.
My name is Muhammad Safwan bin Sulaiman.
My name is Muhammad Hani Fakri bin Muhammad Hadi.
We are from Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Padang Tembak. Without further ado, let's begin. What is a solar wind? A solar wind is a continuous stream of high-energy particles, mainly electrons, protons and alpha particles, emitted from the sun, forming solar plasma and a magnetic field, and creating a protective shield called the heliosphere that surrounds the solar system. Now, if you hear electrons and protons, this one is very different. Solar winds are massive in size compared to Earth. They are a bunch of atomic nuclei like electrons, protons and alpha particles travels in a supersonic speed. Solar winds are launched from the sun's corona, which is the outer layer of the sun that is made of highly ionized gas called plasma. This plasma is the sun's outermost atmosphere, extending thousands of kilometers above its visual surface and consisting of hot gases, hydrogen, helium, and other heavier elements. Compared to a magnetosphere, a heliosphere is a giant bubble-like region of space created by the sun's solar wind that surrounds the entire solar system and acts as a protective shield against cosmic rays from deep space.
Let's talk about the fun facts about solar wind. So the first one is the solar winds is bringing interplanetary magnetic fields along with it. So the second one is the solar wind speed is a supersonic speed with values between 250 km per second and 750 km per second. So the third one is the speed, temperature and density can be changed due to the crossing of the movement. So as the last one is the solar wind carries the sun magnetic field all the way past Pluto. That's all the fun fact I can tell you.
Magnetosphere. The magnetosphere is the region around a planet where its magnetic field controls and protects it from solar wind and charged particles from space. The magnetosphere is made of Earth's magnetic field and charged particles, aka plasma, trapped within. Now, you might be asking, how does it protect Earth? It protects Earth by deflecting solar wind so it doesn't strip away the atmosphere. Second, blocking harmful radiation from reaching the surface. And lastly, guiding particles towards the poles, creating auroras.
Here are step-by-step how solar wind travels through the space. First, solar wind erupts from the corona of the sun. Then, it travels through the space. Alpha particles, proton and electrons moving with the solar winds. Then, it hits the Earth's magnetosphere. The Earth's magnetosphere acts as a shield protecting life on Earth.
As we know, everything that happens on the space must have their own reasons and effects on Earth or other planets, and that's including the magnetosphere. So, the first one is it creates the auroras on the north. The second one is disrupts satellites and GPS and it interferes with radio signals. The magnetosphere is made of Earth's magnetic field and the charged particles that's called plasma trapped within it. So, what do we need to protect the magnetosphere? That's a really good question that everyone might be questioning recently. So, as we know, the magnetosphere is Earth's natural shield created by its magnetic field. It protects us from harmful solar wind, radiation, and cosmic rays. Without it, Earth's atmosphere would be slowly stripped away like what happened to Mars recently. Actually, we can't really build an artificial global sheet yet, but to protect the magnetosphere and ensure it keeps protecting us, we need to refer to Wsdg number 9 and Wsdg number 13, the climate action. So the first action we need to do is we need to maintain a geodynamo. The magnetosphere is generated by the movement of molten iron and nickel in the Earth's outer core. As long as Earth's core stays hot and fluid, the magnetic field remains active. Protecting Earth's interior is about preserving planetary health, limiting activities that accelerate climate change and surface changes that might indirectly affect core cooling over very long time scales. The second action we can do is reduce space weather risks. Solar storms can temporarily weaken or disrupt the magnetosphere. To protect operationally, scientists build early warning systems using satellites, like NASA Discover. Shielding power grids, satellites, and communications from geomagnetic storms keeps us safe when the magnetosphere is stressed. The third action we can do is a long-term scientific monitoring. Keep monitoring changes in the magnetic field strength as it is weakening slightly and shifting. Invest in research on the magnetic pole drift and possible geomagnetic reversals to understand natural variations. So, as the last one I can say is, as the future idea, artificial magnetic shields. For planets without strong magnetospheres like Mars, scientists are proposing a giant magnetic shield in space at L1 orbit to block solar wind. If Earth's magnetosphere were ever to collapse far in the future, something similar could be considered, but this is beyond our current technology. So in short, we can't fix the magnetosphere directly, but protecting it means understanding, monitoring, and adapting to natural processes while preparing shields and backups for satellites and power systems against serious weather.
Thank you for hearing us out.
By understanding the sun, we secure tomorrow's technology and safeguard our world.
Space weather may be beyond our control, but knowledge is the shield that keeps our future safe. Thank you again. Assalamualaikum.